I have to say from the jump, without even talking about today's exercises, that this session just stopped recording, even though I didn't press stop. I don't know what happened, but you just keep moving. The aim for today was to do 500 reps on the skip when skipping, and I'm not quite sure if I got that, but I certainly did make the attempt to. As you can see, I'm warming up here for skipping by doing jumping jacks. I remember doing 100. I went up to 100 and then I did this skip rope. But I think when planning this session last night, I was going to do some other exercises that's on the paper that I was talking about the other day. And I also had thoughts this morning before the session of doing some push-ups actually, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that in this session in the end. It was just the star jumps and the skip rope. For some reason today was really quite the challenge when it comes to skipping rope. It's never been like this, but it could be because I went for much longer than I usually would on this, when skipping. Because I did 500 reps, I don't do that much. I usually just warm up when skipping and then go on to my other exercises when doing this this journey. But yeah, it was just jumping jacks and skipping rope today, as I said. And I'll go more into detail now about what the feeling felt like. It was an intense and sharp sort of pain in my lower abs, especially the bottom right, which could mean that my bottom right abs, or my bottom right ab, is weaker than my bottom left ab. And I didn't feel much, if anything, in the middle or the top of my abs. So yeah, that's what the feeling was like. And you're gonna see me when I skip rope. You're gonna just see faces of pain, and that feeling in my abs actually starts now, even when doing the jumping jacks. That's why you could see me with a face of confusion there. It was just like, what's going on? Because I've never felt this feeling before when it comes to jumping jacks. I don't remember ever having something like this, or on the jumping jacks or skipping rope, especially recently. I may have done in the past, but not recently. I have another thing to talk about that isn't completely unrelated, but it just isn't all that completely related to this session. And it's about health, actually. These exercises do improve your health, of course, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something that's actually quite personal. So last summer, I was doing a lot of cardio. Around July time, I did cardio for 5 days a week for 2 weeks straight. And from there, my right foot started swelling up. Now, this swelling over the period of months did go away, but the bump is still there. Meaning that I have bunions. See, I do have them. I've been seen about it, and they said that I've got a mild one on my right foot and I have a very slight one on my left. Now, when it comes to my left, I don't really see it, so I'm not really sure, but at the end of the day, I'm not qualified to really be talking about such things. But yeah, I've been seen to, and that's what they've said. And I'd like to use this to talk about a lesson that I've learned from it. If there's any problems you have with your health, please get seen to. Don't leave it. Don't just try and go about your business get seen to. It's okay. Like, I'd rather people use this and learn from it and be seen to than just go about their life injured and not do a damn thing about it. If this is what it takes for people to actually do that, then that would be amazing, knowing that there are people that were in a similar scenario to me that were overtraining or training with poor form or just anything, and they got themselves seen to very early. Earlier I was talking about the ab pain, that's why I pointed, and because that's why I felt it. But going back to this now, if there's any health problems you have, just please get seen to. Like, it's okay. It's fine. And if we weren't in this climate, I'd also advise to get regular checkups. Because why should it have to be that your health is in a poor position before you get seen? It's just health maintenance. Some people may actually do more maintenance on their cars than they do themselves. They do the MOT, you fuel up. Some people don't even make sure that they're hydrated properly, or they're eating enough, or they're eating the right sort of foods. Let's go back to the car metaphor. So if you fuel up, you have to get the right fuel. You get diesel or petrol. You can't put petrol in a diesel car. The car won't go. But when it comes to certain people out there, they just eat like shit and wonder why they're not progressing in a healthy way. Their body's not transforming in a healthy way, or they wonder why they don't feel agile. They don't feel healthy. And that sort of food, from my personal experience, can really worsen your mental health too. From my experience, when it comes to eating takeaways, especially if I overdo it, which for me is fairly easy to do, I feel low. I feel too heavy physically, and mentally I don't feel all that great. It's just like I just want to go and do nothing that's actually constructive, just like watching YouTube. There's so many times that I've done this. That said, I don't have one in particular where I've eaten a whole load of food, which I could give you, like, for example, saying, oh yeah, on this date this happened. No, I don't have that. But yeah, the sort of foods that you eat really can affect both your physical health and mental health. But I digress. Just get yourself checked out. Just get yourself checked out regularly if you can, and before you're in a position where you have any injuries or any problems. Ideally beforehand, so that you could just get shit sorted out and nipped in the bud, because you're going regularly, and they could tell you, okay, this is happening, you need to do X, Y, and Z. And it's a good thing that you came in early to get this sorted, or otherwise this could have been permanent. That was actually quite personal, but I think it's worth putting out there for both me and other people watching. For both me saying this to get it off my chest, me in the present saying this to get this off my chest, me in the future to be able to look back and reflect on it, and for other people that are watching this content. Yeah, so after that long personal talk, let's get back to the exercises. This skipping rope was, as I said, it was tough. It was quite the challenge, actually. I think what I'd do is, for next session, I'd go and learn a new trick. One trick which I remember even saying in a previous episode, that I want to be able to do that double under, and I've been wanting to do it in my wording in the past for the longest time. And I did try to do one at the end, but I think I may actually take that seriously and learn that skill, because I am clearly improving in when I skip. I'm skipping faster. I actually was skipping quicker as the session progressed, but I'm also referring to from today and yesterday's log compared to the day 40 log. I think you can see that I skip much faster when I've gone past warming up on the rope. I really am going to learn how to do a double under. For the first reason that came up in my head, and the only reason at this very point in time, is because it will be an example of showing people that you can do it. If there's something that you want to do, you can learn how to do it. Just put the time in. Put the time in regularly. For me, that would probably be every day. Learn how to do it every day, and then eventually you'll get somewhere. You have to get somewhere. If you're putting effort in to do it every single day, you will eventually get there. And I'm going to use learning how to do double unders as proof. You'll see my double under form now, so you'll see where I'm at now, and then you'll see how I progress. Oh, actually, no, tell a lie. Because it cut out, you may not actually see it. I've just remembered that, yeah, the footage cut out, so you may not see it. But I am going to use the double under as an example of the fact that if you really want to learn how to do something, you can. Just put the time in. And just do what it takes. Learn from other people, which I may do by watching YouTube videos about how to do double under, and you'll get there eventually. Because it cut out, I'm going to stop doing the voiceover. I'm going to try a few times and add an extra clip in the video. Pardon me. I'm going to add an extra clip on this video of me doing double unders, so you can see how my double under form is like. I can't do it at all at this point in time, but I'm going to use it as an example that if you do put the time in, you can. And this journey will be proof of how many days it actually took to be able to learn how to do the double under. I believe in myself. I believe that I'm going to do it, and I believe that I can do it. So yeah, I'm going to stop doing this voiceover, and I'm going to show you the double unders. So yeah, you can see what it's like before I can do it, and then you'll see along this journey of me progressing to be able to do it. But that's the talk done. I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this one, and yeah, I'll see you in the next vlog. Peace.